Hey guys, this is Tanya. I'm coming to you from OPSW Workshops. Just want to say thanks for purchasing one of our to-go kits. I just wanted to go over the truck because you've got a lot of things and a lot of details. Okay, so you'll get your box like this, and when you open it up, the fun begins. This is the rope to hang it. You're going to find your stencil in the back, and this is the reason I'm doing the video because this is the only important part. The rest is painting, and you guys know what you're doing on that. You're going to get a truck. All your backs, I mean, you want to come over here for a sec? I don't want to pull all this out. You're going to, all your backs and your paint, there you go. And you're going to get your Velcro for each piece. You're going to get a paintbrush, it looks like this. This is the one you're going to paint with everything with. This is a detailer, very fine line. This we're going to talk about with the glue, but you should have two of these. One is you could use it for like little details, like if you wanted to get in there or little dots on things. Okay. Alrighty. All right, so I'm just gonna be, and your glue, you're gonna put on.
And then the truck color too we have.
Yeah. The glue, when we're gonna do it, we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is the piece that I want you to learn about, okay? This is the back part of the truck. It's gonna go right about there, so your pieces can go up here. Paint this first, and if you can possibly wait 24 hours, I would, just because we're stenciling on top of paint. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, pretend this is painted. Okay, this is your stencil. What you're gonna do, make sure you can see all this detail, is rub. You wanna rub this really well, especially if you have a letter with a centerpiece in it. And what we're gonna do is pull it apart. We wanna keep this flat. I'm sorry I have paint all over my nails. We've been in the store and home working. And you're gonna pull this off, make sure no blue is down. If you see blue, you're just gonna push it down like that. Okay, this is straight lines, and all your blue lines on here are perfectly straight. So I'm gonna center that perfectly. I'm gonna take my fingers from middle out and push it down. And rub. Okay, after that, I'm gonna peel this white off. If you see the blue coming up, push it back down. If you feel a lot of this coming up, push it down a little more. Okay, so then you should see you're welcome just like that. The blue is your stencil. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you are going to take one of your colors, and you'll have one of these in there too. Okay, so that's just a piece of cardboard. That's how we're gonna do that. You're gonna take one of your colors, whatever color you want on this. You're gonna dip this in here a little, and you're gonna dab until you see very tiny bubbles and almost no paint on here. Okay, then you're gonna come to your sign and you're gonna lightly dab. Very lightly for that first coat. Okay, you're gonna let that dry for about a minute or two, and then go ahead and dip back in, dab again, and now is your chance to do full coverage.
And you want to stay in the same circle.
Yeah, definitely make sure when you're dabbing, you're staying in that circle. You don't want to lose that color. I'm gonna get this whole thing on here covered 100%. You want to go real light with your dabbing. You don't want to press in. It's just up and down, up and down. You don't want the bleed marks. Bleed marks are when the paint goes under the stencil. So you just want that real nice. I'm gonna go back to that a few times. A little more paint. You're gonna get paint on your hands. Comes off, I promise. Okay. So now you can see that's completely filled in. I did two coats, one extremely light and one extremely light, but got full coverage from that extremely light. I'm gonna pull this off.
Don't be worried about ripping or anything.
You're right. This is garbage. It can come up in 100 pieces. Make sure you're getting this whole thing. 100 pieces or one, does not matter. But you see how those things are still left on the board? We want to make sure this dries before we touch it again. So give it about 5 minutes. I'm not going to because I want to show you guys how to get this done. But what you're going to do is when it's dry, you're going to see no more shine. It will be very dull. Take a toothpick and you're going to go right and wedge under these letters and pick them up. And there you go.
This
Okay.
one's nice. It doesn't really dig, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, the reason I asked you to wait 24 hours is if you didn't wait 24 hours and you peel the stencil up, it may pull some of the paint color off. If that's the case, just go back and repaint it. Okay, now this is going to get glued on here. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take your glue, it's marked glue in the box. You're going to take this. You're going to take this and you're going to dab it all over very lightly. You probably won't need that much glue, but if you want to use it all, that's fine. Yep. Just use this to put it on. And then just turn it over, press pretty good, and then leave it there. Just let it sit. This is pretty quick, this glue. I'd say about 15 minutes, and it should be good.
Yeah, then make sure your truck's not wet.
Yeah,
that'd be
sure,
bad.
Right, so like she just said, maybe the first thing you paint is this and then your truck. That way they dry completely. So tomorrow morning you wake up, you can do this piece, or really late tonight, and then also tomorrow you just glue it right on, which is perfect. This is to hang. You can tie either way you want. I think I got everything in here. Oh, there's Velcro for each piece. So there's one marked with truck. Hold on. One's marked with truck, obviously. You're gonna put that one on the truck, and the rest of these pieces go on your little additives, so they will stick.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's it.
But make sure that gets glued, not Velcroed. The welcome.
Yes, welcome glued. Okay, if you have any questions, honestly, just text me. You guys have my phone number. It's on everything I sent out. Message me. I don't care. I'm always available. I especially now, I like to talk to people. Well, thank you so much for supporting us over at Old Pine Sign Workshops. Hope you have a wonderful day, and send us pics of your truck done.